Yeah, very classic. German's French. You can't get more classic than that. Um,
Of course.
this the map is Adirondacks. Very interesting map. There's the ability to go fish. You don't see it all that often, due
Hmm.
to there not being any whales,
Yeah.
and semi-easy to shut it down. Looking at the map, it's a pretty fair map generation. It looks like they're both actually perhaps missing a mine, but since they're both missing it, it's obviously
Yep.
fair.
Should be fine.
The haunts are close
Hmm.
enough. Looks good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me update the logos for you guys really quick. Go ahead and talk about the game a little bit.
Sure. I could
Usage.
talk about. So this is on the right-hand side of the map. This is the Conqueror999. Playing as French. It is the wood start, so both players should be really happy. They can get a trading post at early. And spawning on the left-hand side of the map, this is King on Age second. And playing as German. Yep, he like quickly jumped on the trading post and also started to chopping the wood for their house. So for the hunt, let me check real quick. First, second.
Oh,
The
is there an
second
additional
hunt.
hunt for yeah, it looks like there's an additional hunt. Um
Yes, let's pause this. Okay, good. Hmm. Yeah, the start. I forgot.
I all right.
All right.
Yeah, I
Okay.
looked at the mini map and I thought I saw it correctly. I need to actually look at each one though.
Yeah, there's a hunt missing. All
Yeah.
right, let's just do that again. All right.
I think
Hmm.
as Germany, that's a disappointment. You
Yeah,
get
sure.
you get a wood start like that and get a TP out right away. I think that benefits Germany more than it does France.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that's true. But yeah, the missing hunt is a huge problem.
yeah,
Yeah, it
obviously.
sometimes happens on this map, like last hunt, starting hunt.
Hmm.
All right.
All right, looks like we're getting into it. Good to go.
Oh,
Yes.
hmm.
We'll
Looks like green in the lobby. I'm not very sure.
yeah, it was all green for me too. Um,
Yeah, let me turn off my stuff. Could be faster.
yeah, I've got as many things turned off as much as possible.
Yep, me as well.
Um, the mines are good. I'll take a look at the haunts in just a bit. I need to update
Sure.
the here we go. Just
Great.
check this real quick. One, okay, first additional haunt, good. Yeah, haunts are good. At the bottom, it's not exactly, but it's close enough, I think. That's like the
Hmm,
the like fifth or
that's
sixth
better
haunt.
than last one for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, obviously. Um,
Oh, they both have heritable third
yeah.
hunt, like
The
near
mines
trade post hunt.
favored Conqueror a little bit more with his mines being a little bit further back, but that's fine. Still
Yeah,
has them.
pretty
All right.
fierce one.
Yeah, I am gonna update the logos real quick for you guys so that they're on the right hand side or the right side.
Good.
And
Looks like a full start should be.
yeah, let me see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
All right, that's
so.
updated. Yeah, yeah, coin start. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Both
both.
players getting
Wait, was it a
treasures.
coin start? No, it wasn't a coin
I
start.
mean,
That's
full start.
food start. Okay. Yeah, yeah, food start. No TP from either player.
Yes.
Germany's probably a little sad that the last map didn't spawn correctly because of that. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
market start for France, and
And the
no
same
market
for
start for
Germany.
Germany.
Yeah.
Um, so looking at the
Mm-hmm.
treasures, uh,
Tomahawk for the France for Conquer.
yeah, Conqueror
Looks
was
a
able to
bit
pick
more
up
hit point.
Conqueror's definitely getting better treasures at this point. 40 wood, 50 coin, and a tomahawk, as opposed to 30 coin and 90 coin from King Onage. Yeah, looking good though.
Look at the map scouting. So he should get his second home in barely not. I mean for German. Yeah, German is usually be more defensive, I mean, in this matchup. Is
Uh,
it?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, getting another treasure. Oh, the native scout, yeah, in danger. But a
Yeah,
nice 70 foot.
he used it to tank well. You don't a lot of HP on that stealthy scout isn't very important. It
True, yeah, that's true.
as long as it's alive, that's what matters most. I mean, if it's scouted in the middle of the game or something on top of an army, it goes down right away. So
Yeah, mostly like just died there.
yeah. It looks like 75 wood picked up by King Onage. On the other
Yeah,
hand, France is
95 wood.
yeah, you should be able to
That's
pick up the 95 wood.
Ooh.
That should help them get up their trade posts and or market for Germany
Yep,
and
should be
transition to
trading
H2.
first.
Yeah, it should be, but he may also get a market up. We'll see.
Yep,
Let's
both
look at the
players did a pretty good scouting for
looking
their
at the
home.
decks. France has all of the wood crates, coin crates, military shipments in age 2. Very solid deck from him. That's a good deck. For sure. Obviously, all decks are good at this. Well, not all, but most decks are good at this point. Looking at Germany's deck, he has 700 wood and 700 coin. He doesn't have 600 of either. He's probably, as would be expected, not looking to stay in age 2 too long, but does have the ability to deal with aggression.
The saddle wagon also can be sometimes useful.
Yeah, 2 saddle wagons, 3 saddle wagons, 2 saddle wagons. Yeah, it's pretty standard to or not. It's common to have all 3 of those. Sometimes you don't see the 2 saddle wagons in age 2, and sometimes people have it in their deck but not actually send it. It just depends. It does give you the option to go really greedy in age 2.
And the France is scouting the dock, maybe the coastline.
Yeah, with a native tomahawk. That's
even you have pure land deck, you still can do in water because they both don't have the schooner.
Right. Yeah, you don't expect Germany to be going water at all, but it is a possibility. So he's scouting it. Just it's good that he's doing it. I mean, it's also we can look at the vision, and so he's also just scouting the area that he previously hadn't scouted before. So
yeah, maybe just for the map scouting.
Yeah, it could be that. So they both have a TP up. Germany does indeed get a market down in transition. France just hit age 2, and Germany just hit age 2 also.
Yeah,
we'll see if either one of them goes for the middle trade post.
Yeah, not yet. And the German is German age is at a decent time.
Yeah.
Stable starts for both player. Should be a classic Haas versus Ulan.
Yep, both players getting stable out right now. Let's look at the shipments sent and military units. We'll look at units in queue. Obviously just the villagers sent for both. 4 villagers coming in for 4 CDB coming in for Conqueror. He has a lot of villagers on coin. That's interesting.
Yep. Maybe a little bit miss micro.
Perhaps, yeah.
Can he get full batch of Haas? Yeah, let me check.
Maybe. We'll see.
Guess. Also, the king is cutting a few market up for right now, and he's only getting the placer mine at this point.
Placer mines is really good for Germany, but he hasn't gotten steel traps, which I think is somewhat okay for Germany. Obviously, steel traps is really good, but you're spending a lot of coins, so it's fine to delay it just a little bit, I think. On the other hand,
second shipment for France. Yeah,
700 coin. Yeah, looks like he'll be aging up pretty soon, maybe, or maybe he's just trying to get.
More house.
What we'll see what he's. Yeah, maybe more
Yeah,
Haas.
let's see. For German, it should be the 700 wood because he's gonna be popped.
Right. France does have the ability to get. He does have 600 coin, so he could use 600 coin later. I don't. I wouldn't try to age up too early as France in this situation. Facing Germany, you
Yeah.
don't. If you're stuck in age 2 versus Germany, you have the advantage. Generally.
Yeah, because the Ulan is much weaker right now.
Yeah, Ulan are much weaker.
Second trading post.
Germany has excellent early age 2 eco due to the 2 settler wagons and 3 settler wagons being insanely good villager shipments. But France doesn't have all that bad ones themselves. 3 villagers is pretty good. That's 3.75 regular villagers basically, and 4 villagers is worth 5. So
Ulan, yeah, doing a good job hiding their CDB. Does he has a great coat is on? That's pretty good play.
yeah, it costs 75 food, and if it saves 1 villager, it's worth it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's already worth that. And the Uran is not engaging, maybe afraid of like another Hatchbatch and Miniman, or maybe killing the trading post right now.
Neither player has gotten barracks out. Looks like the Ulan are going to pick up some free XP off of the Explorer. Germany also got down second trade post. So France is aging to age 3.
Yeah, but this Uran and
we can look at units lost real quick. Yeah, he hasn't lost a villager yet. Brought him back just in time.
Low hit point build.
He does take out all of the Hussar, but he's going to lose pretty much all of his Ulan in the process too.
I feel like it's a good trade for France.
Yeah, I agree. Losing five Hussar there. You're called Minutemen, but you killed 14 Ulan. That's amazing.
That's
so
that's a pretty nice defense. And another 6 Ulan coming, but the goons. Yeah, then check the unit in queue. No goons in queue right now.
Yeah.
The 5 goons should be do fine.
Ulans are really, really good at raiding, but they're not great at sitting under TC fire because they have really low HP.
Yeah.
So,
especially the 180,
Yeah, he caused some idle time, which is of course good, but without killing a few villagers, I think he would have had to kill like 3 villagers or so for that to be worth it. Losing 15 Ulans for 5 Hussar and a Minuteman pop.
But you need to mention that. Keep in mind that France didn't send the wood crate. Maybe he's sending 1k wood right now.
Yeah, it could be. He's at 42 out of 50 population. He shipped He shipped 5 goons, and we can look at units in queue.
It's French's turn
still
to kill
Ulans from Germany, even in age 3. I probably would have canceled that at this point. You don't want to be going Ulans versus goons and skirmishers by any means.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he did cancel that.
Okay. He's building the war wagon now.
Yeah, it's the nice 8-9 goon batch.
He has some skirmishers in queue, so that's good.
Yep.
Double barracks coming up for France. Looking good there. Yeah, looking good.
He still have some safe hunt in the base. Should be fine for the next 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah, both players are going to be moving out to natural resources to additional mines and hunts pretty soon here. With a 1,000 wood was indeed shipped by France. Good call on that. King Onage II will probably be sending 1,000 wood himself pretty shortly. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have 1,000 wood.
Oh,
interesting.
Really? Okay.
So I guess he's just chopping himself?
Yeah.
Or maybe using the market?
That's the only thing you can do. Or use by a little bit.
Right.
Marketplace for trade.
Right.
Only 2 war wagon, a little bit disappointing. But yeah, I guess that's a little bit enough.
Yeah, I would probably have, 5 or so out right now. You obviously
Yeah,
know the
3 or
opponent has a
4 should
stable.
be better.
Yeah, you know the opponent has a stable. You don't expect them to be going cavalry at this point. But if they do and you don't have
Yeah,
enough
a
out,
nice like 8 tier cheese would be dangerous
yeah,
here.
for
But
sure.
yeah, friend is playing safe, doing the skirm gun.
Yeah.
And German is getting the vat ulan. That's good. Yeah. French is now have the skirm lead and pushing the trading post.
King Onage the second. Perhaps he was expecting this to be a little more of a longer age 2 fight or something, or he wanted to go to age 4 sooner. Not having 1,000 wood, or 600 wood for that matter, means that he's gonna have to use the market a lot or chop a lot himself. He does have a strong push coming in here. That's really good. All the goons from France, though, like, his Ulans are pretty much useless. As long as France has enough skirms, he should be fine.
France is... Yeah, I guess he shipped the 707 skirm.
He shipped 8 skirmishers, yeah. King
Yeah,
Onage sent 8
for
and 7.
He just have like double skirm shipping. And the French is keeping the mine in the top side.
Yeah, just keeping an eye on it, yeah. As far as the micro's gone, it's been a little bit in favor of Germany so far. Yeah, in that whole exchange, he picked off 1 goon and 4 skirmishers in return for 2 skirmishers. So really good. We have cannons out from Conquer. This is really important. Germany does not have cannons. Doesn't have 2 falconets in age 3. I'll say that much. So they're a little bit disadvantaged when it comes to that. We'll see how he deals with this. I'm pretty sure he's going to have to give up the TP.
The trading post.
Yeah.
And if French can cover his, falconate very well, he should be in lead in this fight. Yeah, Germany is back right now. Maybe waiting for Black Rider? Or more
Black Rider would be a good choice. Jaegers is another option.
And French is adding cures right now.
These villagers could be caught out here. Ooh, yes. That's big. That's big. Okay, Jaeger. Yeah, he does send the Jaegers. Yeah.
That's questionable.
He only lost 2 villagers. There, 3 villagers now. We'll see how many.
But he's pushing out of the mine, which is really... Oh, he's back. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really need mine for Germany. Right
now. You really need mine, says Germany. France is doing a good job making sure that he's only limited. This is his 3rd mine that Germany has, and he doesn't have a safe mine after this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's really important.
Probably cap combat or cures were coming for France.
Yeah, that's a probability. Let's see, other options. Perhaps 12 Swiss pikemen is a possibility, just to keep your cannons a little bit safer. If they're not,
but like you don't. He
has enough goons. Yeah, I wouldn't expect that.
Yeah,
by any means. Yeah. Cavalry combat, good call.
Yeah, cavalry combat.
As to be expected.
Sure.
I was just trying to think of any other card that would be remotely useful there. He does have a few Gendarmes out. Or Cuirassiers. I like that choice a lot. Not a whole lot of war wagons out from Germany right now. If you have just a few out, you force Germany to at least make enough to not be surprised by more. Conquer does indeed add more.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, and Cuirassiers do really well into Ulans.
Yeah, that's the point. Like, need some handcap to block the Ulan, and goons can do the damage. Oh, yeah. Here comes the fight.
Looks like the villagers are coming in from Germany, so that... Yeah, the villagers coming in just to soak up a little bit of fire, and King Onage knows that this is a do-or-die moment. If this fight is lost, he's done.
Oh, both Falcon is done, yeah.
Yeah, that was good. But he lost all his Ulans for it.
A lot of Vel here. Let me check. He lose. Oh, 16, 17 vehicles and 2 settler wagons.
Yeah, that was,
Now German is definitely have some skirm lead.
yeah. I
He's
mean,
adding
I
two.
I agree kind of with his decision to do that because he knew that he was farther behind in that game, so he needed to do something. And if you just sit
Yeah, and
back
France is
and
adding blunderbuss here.
yeah, he probably
Maybe.
would have lost that fight if he had not had not done that. If
Yeah,
he
yeah,
loses that fight, he
exactly.
loses the game. So at least gives you an option here. He is catching a lot of CDB out though. That's
Yeah,
a
he's
fifth
pushing
one going
out.
down.
He
Nice.
kills
Oh, and there's a
fifth.
few more on the hunts down below too. Looks like
Oh, that's a huge curse and CDB mass.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, a little bit
Not
scary
enough
for
war
German.
wagons. Not enough war wagons.
Back a little bit and waiting for other
3 war
hills or
wagons are coming forward, but yeah, this is
yeah, not
rough.
enough. That's scary for German.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe out.
Just a better unit combination from France, but I mean, I think it's more just
The composition problem, I believe.
I think it's more of a civ composition problem more than anything else because
Oh yeah, you're right.
you don't have access to 2 falconets as Germany. You have war wagons and skirmishers, which are great, but the Conqueror just having a great army composition there.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he's going to call it really
Probably.
soon. We'll see.
Mhm. Another batch of like cures would be devastating for Kenny.
Yeah, I
Actually,
mean,
even without.
yeah, exactly. He's lost his whole army. We can look at military units. Yeah,
Yeah.
GG.
Okay.
Alright, we can look at some of the post-game stats real quick. Experience in favor of Conqueror. But before he lost all his army there, it was probably very close. Can look at
They have
the
a big fight, but not went well for German.
yeah, we can look at the military unit population. Looking very close. Germany perhaps overcommitted to Uhlans and lost a bunch of them early.
Yeah, that's the huge point.
Yeah.
Like those Ulan didn't achieve much in the French base, and then he is in. I mean,
I think
in
maybe he
behind.
was expecting France to stay H2 a little while, try to drag it out in H2, but in so
Probably.
doing that, I wouldn't have made that as many Uhlans as he did. If you're expecting someone to stay H2 versus your Germany, you're not gonna you shouldn't be building too many Uhlans there. So it was an interesting choice. I think maybe he should have made a few less Uhlans, age up sooner, something along those lines.
Yeah, maybe he like wished to achieve more with those Ulans in French base, and maybe kill 4 or 5 CDB, then he will be
Right.
good. But
Yeah,
yeah, a nice defense by Conquer.
yeah, really good defense there. Didn't lose a single villager. Was close a couple times
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
But yeah,
that's
good game.
amazing. Good game. Yeah, let's moving to the next.
Yeah. Next game coming up shortly. King Onage logged off, it looks like. Maybe he had a sound bug. It didn't seem like there was much of a lag to me, but obviously
Oh,
I'm not the players controlling the
oh,
controlling it.
still lag. Let me check if my computer is
I'm
working
not
well.
saying there was lag. No, I'm actually saying the opposite. I'm saying that there wasn't didn't seem to be much lag, but I'm obviously not a player
Yeah.
controlling it,
Okay,
so I
then
don't
that's
know.
good.
And we're getting to the next game really shortly. The next map
Would be
is
Lumaco.
yeah, Lumico, and
Yeah.
it should be Hudson Bay Big, so it will be Conqueror to pick first.
All right. So will we see another auto bot FF here? You
Could
see
be.
them a lot here.
Yeah, looks like it. It's a safe
Oh
pick.
wow.
If I was
Yeah, sure.
if I had to pick first, I mean, you don't want the opponent to necessarily do that, so
Mm-hmm. You're
yeah.
right. And let me see what will King think about that. King on Age.
That'd be kind of funny to see an auto mirror here.
Oh really?
Yeah.
There's a few civ that can counter this build, but like the last time Soldier did well with the China,
Mhm.
and also maybe German with the War Wagon man. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's 1v1, 1-1 for right now. The German auto.
yeah. King Onage cannot use Germany though. He used it
Yeah.
last
Oh,
game.
yeah. Good point.
So
But I feel like France can also do decent.
yeah, France can do decent. You have to hit your timings really well. China, as we saw, did really well.
Hmm.
Previous game too. Yeah.
Because this map is rather a simple map. It has the cliff to help you
Mm-hmm.
defend from the raid. You can just ward the bottom small choke there. So it'd be a like good map for auto. Oh
Oh,
yeah,
Sue? Is he gonna pick
yeah.
Sue into this? That is exciting. You don't see Sue that often in 1v1s. Not at I haven't seen it that much in this tournament so far at least. Um,
Sure did pretty poorly against auto, to be honest. Like the auto used the Cavacher and the Abbas and doing pretty well against Su.
Perhaps it just
In
kind of throws off the FF potential. We'll see.
yeah, cause mm-hmm. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I mean, like Su is good versus Gen Falk, but the rifle rider kill all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But like if auto go Cavacher, like the rifle rider just sucks, and the bow rider is now weaker. So
Yeah,
and auto can get town center in the middle, control the TP line. I would favor auto here.
I'm curious which one has a better eco. On EP, both of them are buffed. Um, Sue
Yep.
actually has a really good eco. Not like Brit's level eco, but it's still really, really good.
A fear level, you mean, right?
A what level?
I mean, a fear level like a normal European civ, like Spain maybe,
All right.
or yeah.
It's better.
But
I think it's better
mhm.
than Spain. Um, but yeah.
Yep.
Let me get the logos updated. How's the map look for fairness?
Yeah, this map is usually be a good map. I mean, for the balance. Yeah, that's pretty balanced. Let me check the mine. Yep, both are pretty good. Auto went for the first pass. Is it auto? Yeah, it is.
Is Conqueror missing a hunt? No, no, he's
Is
not. He's not. Never mind.
yeah, they both have the one.
Yep.
You should expect it like you have Hunt in like the corner. I mean the left hand side.
Right.
Yeah, let's introduce the players. Like
All right. So
spawning
this
on the
is
top
jailed. Go ahead. I thought you were wanting me
side.
to.
Sorry,
It's all right. Go
this is
ahead.
the king on H second, and playing as suited. And spawning in the bottom side of the map, it is Conquerer999 playing auto, and so looks like it's full starts. Like,
Yep.
let me check. Yeah, and we have a free wood quid here for this map, and so Sue can still go for a TP,
It was
and
a
the
wood start.
auto.
So the Ottoman was able to get a TP out house and a mosque. On the other hand, a free TP for
Yeah.
an actual
Oh,
TP
okay.
from
Okay.
Sue.
Yeah. There's
Uh,
two TP here.
yeah. This is Jailed Casting, XYH co-casting. This is a game number 2, season 2 EPL week number 3 between Conquer99 and King Onage. Looks like a really good map generation. We have Sue running around looking for treasures, wanting to possibly steal a couple from Ottomans.
Yeah, that's a classic strat for Sue.
Yeah.
Oh, they're both heading for this 75 wood and both running around. Sue is low on hit point. Maybe run. Yeah.
Yeah, Sioux Explorer, our hero, War Chief, is not able to do a whole lot age 1. He does know
Oh,
that Ottomans just uses his sharpshooter attack on
yeah,
a
ability.
yeah on the
That's a smart play.
yeah, it was a smart play for sure. He is probably going to need to oh if Ottoman
Hmm.
it goes unscaped here. He's okay. He's caught. Okay.
Yeah.
I think the
Well,
Ottoman. This is actually going to be really close.
should be fine. I will focus the gradient first, cause like 30 damage. Maybe he's waiting for his ability. Oh wait, what? He may lose his hero. Huh.
Yeah, he might. That's
That's
really close.
questionable. Yeah, the ability recharge.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, that's nice. Good calculation there. Um,
yeah,
Interesting
appropriate.
choice though. I mean, he does definitely want a second TP down. He's almost hit age
Sure.
2.
Also
Um,
denying, not really deny, but yeah, second trading post is really good for auto. He will
Ottoman's
aid.
Ottoman's deck. He doesn't have 600 wood. Um, Otherwise, looks like a pretty normal deck.
Yeah, you can see it's the Carve Archer deck, not the Jin. Even no A Jin here.
Right. We can look. I mean, he could. He's probably gonna be going Cav Archers. He also has the 9 Manchu and 4 Mamelukes.
Yeah, 9 Manchu is quite strong, especially versus like the Rifle Rider,
Mm-hmm.
the big button. Hmm. Great Hunter. Okay, great. Hmm. Seem like a standard deck for Su and
Yeah.
counter deck for auto.
There's a card I don't always see. It's the Counting Coup card for the War Chief.
Oh, you're
It
right.
uh,
War Chief.
it strikes some mighty blow, killing or winning all nearby enemies. That's pretty interesting. I'm not entirely sure I've seen it on the Sioux War Chief that much. I've seen it
I guess
on
it's
the
like
Aztec
give
one.
him an ability.
Yeah,
Like yeah, seem like a bot FF for auto, and he will get the town center, trading post line, and those.
yeah. Definitely an FF looks like an FF coming in from Ottomans. On the other hand, no second shipment quite yet from King Onage. We'll see what he does. He's getting a war hut out instead of a
Hmm.
stable. Perhaps
Maybe
Seton
trying to
bows.
take down the Seaton?
Yeah,
Or
he could get some war clubs out, try to take down the trade post, control that, and then maybe some
yeah,
Seton bows to deal with the Janissaries that may be coming in.
right. But there's no Rex right now, so
Correct.
I guess
I'm
yeah, he will
curious.
change his strats maybe.
Um,
Let's see unit in queue.
Conqueror's deck. He could potentially. He sent 700 wood, so I don't exactly
Yeah.
expect it. But I was gonna say that a revolt wouldn't be out of the question. But with
Oh,
700
revolve.
wood,
Yeah, too.
um,
Hmm.
the necessary
Interesting.
cards
Yeah.
for a revolt is basically 3 vills, 700 coin, 1k coin, and then factors if you want. So I mean, a lot of Ottoman decks have that potential.
Yeah.
If your
No 8
opponent
has though.
No 8 Hussar? No, that's not in, you're right. He doesn't even have 5 Hussar in age 3 for that matter.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Killing the explorer, a nice experience.
Yeah,
And
some
scouting
free XP.
those outposts. Yeah, this outpost is like in the middle. It's pretty good. And later on, he can add town center here and
Uh-huh.
just do a decent eco, maybe stagecoach. Mm. Yeah, Su take a trading post line. And direct fast fortress for Su as well. No 5 vil for eco or something.
Yeah, that's interesting. 5 vills, so on EP, you have the 5 vill shipment in age 2. It replaces the 4 villagers.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a decent card, but if you're trying to get to age 3 quickly, 700 coin makes a little bit more sense.
Mm-hmm. True, that's true. Yeah. Actually, both of the town center is buffed by for auto and for Su. Like auto, you can get your vills faster. I mean, the tag cheaper. Yeah, he's getting his explorer, probably dropping down a town center somewhere.
Yeah,
Oh, he's aging with the abbas. Hmm. That's a fair choice.
Avis coming out, yeah, that's. I mean, it's going off of what you expect your opponents to do. I don't think he knows yet. We can look at. Well, there's not a way to. quite look at it, but
Yeah,
I don't think
he's
he
ahead in.
knows what the opponent's doing yet. The opponent does have indeed a corral and a war hut. Going Abyss and Cav Archers.
Yeah, it's a rather standard. Yeah, 1K would driving downtown centers. Standards auto versus suit deck. I mean strats. And oh, he used like 5 veils on the house. Yeah, he definitely need one. Or
Right.
he may losing a veil.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
does have. On the other hand, we see Sue coming out with Wakinas and Rifle Riders.
right.
So
Oh,
I
right.
like the Abyss and Cav Archers more. The
Of
Rifle
course.
Riders have a cavalry tag, amongst a couple others, but
Oh no.
okay,
Oh wait. Why
just
is
a
Red Rider
disengagement.
back? I mean, Cavacher, why is back? He should definitely destroy this army.
Um, yeah, both of them backed. The Cav Archers were a little bit caught out there, and King Onage, seeing that their enemies going Cav Archers, he opted
Yeah.
to stay back a little bit. He didn't want to get into a fight against Cav
Yeah,
Archers.
because
Um,
the Rifle Rider is really weak to both Abyss and
yeah,
Cavacher.
yeah. I don't expect him to be going much cavalry archer. I mean, many rifle riders at this point,
Of
but
course.
some bow riders is a good probability. Perhaps even possibly some axe riders. We'll see.
Oh yeah, X Rider should be fine killing those Abyss, but he's not making Abyss right now.
He has a few out. We can like the military units,
Yeah,
and
a
it
batch
is.
of is it shipment or oh he's maybe catching the Abyss. Oh, not really.
Yeah, Sue does take down
Only
one
one.
villager, so that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of Wakinas. Wakinas are very good. We can look at the stats here. 106 HP, 20 attack, and I believe it's a 3 rate of
Well,
fire, 30% range resist, 18 range.
yeah, Wakina is kind of good at killing like maybe heavy infantry, but in a skirm fight they're definitely weak because they have low hit point.
Yeah, Wakinas are pretty decent, but they do get outclassed by Abyss for sure.
Of course,
Especially,
Abus is the
right. The
the
Abyss are amazing for sure.
monster.
That's an interesting choice to run in there as Sue. Perhaps he feels like he has to engage
Yeah,
early.
but the rifle rider they just get demolished by this army of auto and 3 dogs coming in, but not enough. There's a lot of cavature. I feel like
Yeah.
just auto dominant at this fight.
Yeah, Otto completely did dominate that fight. I'm wondering if King Onage just tried to throw away his rifle riders, getting as much value in it as he could, but I mean, I don't know.
Oh, you're right. Like later you use those rifle rider, like they're less useful because
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
oh,
I don't know.
it's pretty tough for Sue right
I
now.
wonder if he's feeling a little bit behind already, and just feels like the Ottoman Eco is just going to outclass him, and maybe he would feel like he had to do something early. Um,
Yeah, two town center with free will training, and also I'm not sure. Yeah, he gets the. This should be the first, right? The
he
first
also
will
isn't using
upgrade.
TPs on his additional hunts, and or mines. He's not on any. He has all of his villagers on food at the moment. Um, that tells me a
Maybe a
couple
early
things. He
big button
He
or
might
just
be. No, he's not going H. He doesn't have a 1K coin. I'm not even sure Sue has 1K coin. I'm guessing
don't
he.
have like.
Yeah, I don't think they do. I'm guessing just axe riders then.
Oh yeah,
Since they cost 160
that's
food, 40
weird.
coin, that'd be my only guess. We can look at. He does have axe riders in queue and Wakinas, but having no villagers on coin is very interesting.
Hmm. Yeah, a little bit weird. And a nice war coming for auto, denying for any coming raid.
Yeah, that's a great wall, really cheap. Just kind of
Ah,
blocks off one side of the map and allows them to focus on the other really easily. When you look at some of the
I
stats,
really feel tough for Sue right now. How he
yeah,
could like challenge you.
I
Unless like the auto out making the Abyss and not enough coverage.
yeah, I mean, there's always an opportunity. It's not over until it's over. But
Yeah, you're right.
but yeah, it definitely seems like Otto has a commanding lead at this point. We look at
Yeah,
the
and
economy. The economy is actually better for Sioux, but I think he feels pretty far behind. And the
yeah, cause you
military.
don't need spend. I mean, oh, a nice raid maybe coming.
Yeah, we'll
Like
see.
a good
Ottomans
push.
Ottomans
Mm.
definitely sees that it's coming.
Yeah.
Picking up his war chief, it looks like. May
Hmm.
just be trying to escape through the wall, but he's trapped if he
But
doesn't keep on
yeah,
going.
this war. Well,
He should
their
be
EP
fine.
war
Yeah, EP walls. Oh,
could.
Axe Rider coming in on the Abyss. Are they gonna engage?
Not.
They are.
Yes. Yeah, great. Cavacher have no. Not. Oh, Cavacher on the
That's a lot
Wakina.
of free Abyss. That is really good. He's gonna have to back off pretty soon. He should have already backed off by now. He knew the
Yeah,
cavalry. Okay, that's
nice pick
perfect
up
timing.
for two.
Yeah,
Maybe you
that was
can
a
chance.
yeah, that was a lot of free Abyss going down. Four, I
Hmm.
believe. Might have only been three. Um,
Well, for now, if Sue can get out the big button, it's close to the like five dog soldiers right now.
mm-hmm.
1 minute more.
Yeah, Big Button could be good. He does have a lot of cavalry archers. Looking at the military units, it is 23 cavalry archers. But
That's pretty scary.
Sue does have 14 axe and 3 dogs already. So that could be enough to overwhelm. And the villagers are under pressure of King
Getting
Onage.
oh maybe lose one or two should be fine. And Abbas doing a lot to the Wakina as expected.
Yeah,
Well, if the Carver get more upgrades, maybe the Arsenal one, he can even kill Wakina. I mean, trade with he gets fine with help of Abbas.
yeah, a little bit slow to react from King Onage on the Vills. He doesn't have any hunts anywhere else though, so
Ah, yeah,
pretty
that's.
rough.
Mm. And even though that's, I mean, what's the one for Elite? Yeah, Elite X Rider. Oh no, the Rex Rider is moving forward. Gonna be
Yeah,
stupid.
I'm okay with sending one forward just to. I mean, at that point, you know your enemy's gonna be there, so maybe not right then. But
Yeah, maybe point rally point.
I'm totally
Ah,
fine with sending one unit out every now and then to scout your opponent. Um,
oh, that's true. Yeah, and also Elite X Rider coming,
you know
and
your opponent's gonna be right there though, so he is building a fire
Archie.
pit. Both players are still H3. Let's see what he's gonna be. I'm guessing he's dancing for XP.
Yeah,
He's
yeah, he
gonna try to
did.
get 1,000 food. I bet you that's what he's gonna try to get.
Probably, yeah, he can get 5 dogs right now, maybe even more.
Yeah.
I guess 2 minutes would be he has no resource for now.
Yeah.
And yeah, and auto aim for the trading post. Oh, Manchu, that's huge.
Yeah, Manchu, that's really nice. So we can look at the military units, and it's 26 cavalry archers, 9 Manchu, and 17 Ibis.
Manchu will demolish those dog soldiers, and they're even buffed by the cav combat.
I wonder
Uh,
if Sue had tried to go for more Wakinas, if he would have had an advantage here. This game is
mm,
revolving a lot around, both players are investing a lot into stable units, and
yeah.
perhaps if it's more villagers going down,
Oh, well, yeah.
it's just too many
Artillery
free
hit.
villagers. And 1k
Yeah,
food was
when.
sent. I'm guessing he's gonna try to get the dogs out and then putting all of his villagers onto the combat dance and just throwing a
Hope
Hail
for the
Mary,
best.
if you will. uh,
Ah, I feel like those Cavator Manchu just really nice composition to kill those dogs. And
yeah.
let me see if he's going for the arsenal. Whoa, he's dropping another 2 layers wall. Maybe afraid of like a base trade. Oh, killing some cav archer for Sue.
It
That's
is an
fine.
option for Sue to, if Sue would have gone around to the backside and done the siege dance. And the fight comes
Oh yeah,
in.
dogs come out, and this is the fight.
That's
Yeah, let's see.
that's pretty good from Sue's side. He's getting a lot of the Abyss for free.
Yeah, actually, I think cav archer don't need to move a lot. He can just stand there doing the damage.
Yeah, the Abyss were caught out a little bit too much in that
A
fight.
nice fight for Sue.
Yeah, I think I would have probably, having only so many Abyss, I probably would have kept them behind my cavalry archers in that
Yeah,
case.
cav archer is really tanky, but not the, I mean, the best like damage dealer.
Yeah. The Abyss on EP have 20% range resist, and the Wakina's 30%. So,
Yeah.
I mean, resisting a whole lot of range,
Uh,
it's not, I don't know.
hmm.
I
It's a pretty the best fight Sue can hope for.
Yeah, for sure. That was as good as you could get. Um, two Falconets coming in.
About
I'm as
yeah, that's a good shipment. Wait, where is it?
I don't know where it arrived. Did it not
Oh
arrive?
no, in the front. Any dog
Oh,
or oh, that's a huge mistake.
oh, Sue moved him back just at the row. If he had caught it out. Oh, he will still get it out, it looks like.
Yeah. There's still enough. Oh, not enough calf, but will do their job.
He should get it down, I think. Okay, he's gonna call it.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
so over.
He had no resources left. Yeah, GG.
And will like behind will.
Yeah. Look at
Ah,
the combat XP, pretty close. A little bit in favor of Conquer. We can look at the villager population. King Onijin had most of the time losing some vills and not creating any new ones. He knew that his time to make something happen was shortly coming to an end, so he stopped making them for a little
yeah.
while there.
That's yeah,
Ottomans.
that's a big. Just I feel like Sue Auto just have the exact counter build for Sue, and Sue is really hard for Sue to get anything done. That's,
Yeah, Sue, King Onij picked Sue into Ottomans. Perhaps he was just really expecting the FF and thinking that he just needed to do something that would counter it. And you're right, the Rifle Riders would counter it, but that's not the only thing in Ottoman's arsenal, so
yeah. All
yeah.
right.
GG.
Well played by Conquer, and a good
Yeah,
game. Also a good game for King.
yeah, that is 2 up for Conquer. We'll get into the
Mm-hmm.
next game shortly. The next map is gonna be Tuparo. This is
Oh,
an interesting
Taro.
map. Um,
Yeah, a really wide map. Like I would say.
yeah, it's really hard to wall. It
Mhm.
is. I mean, it's almost impossible to wall.
Yeah.
So lots of raiding is an possibility. Um, let me.
But no suit for right now. I mean,
Yeah,
for King.
no Sue for King Onage. I think as far as Sue goes, this is one of the better maps for Sue. But obviously, you're not going to pick
That's
Sue into
true.
every matchup. I guess just into
Um,
Ottomans.
well, if the spawn is like the 4 TP line in the middle, that's a really decent map for auto as well.
That's true.
Yeah, but you can bank on that.
This is the third game, so no Civ resets. It is Onage to pick
Mhm.
first. He could go Ottomans. What else is a possibility? Um,
This map,
he already picked
I would
Germans.
France or Euro both did fine. Like maybe it. This
Japan is an option. It's
oh,
a
you're
lot
right.
harder to raid Japan than most civilizations. And then there's also lots of hunts that can be shrined. So Japan's an option. Um, what else?
It also has like 4 native trading posts. Maybe advanced trading posts can take a place here. You didn't know the famous revolution? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah. revolution is always a possibility. You never really expect it per se, unless it's a specific player that that always seems to
Yeah.
revolt.
Sometimes it works.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah,
Mm,
let's see what else is there. There's Aztecs is an option. I've seen that used on this map
right.
a few times. Although with Wadmala in the map pool, perhaps they would want to save it for that. India lock? All
All
right.
right, India.
Interesting.
One thing about India is that like it's hard for them to place down their wonder, whether it's Argur or the Carney. Like the Bayou just don't have enough space. It's really painful.
Yeah, there should be enough space for him to place it down, but you're right, it does limit it a little bit. It may not be exactly where he would wants to place
Yeah,
it.
just like in Deccan, you like if the explorer blocking those Argur, that's really sick for India.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, let's
Um,
see.
yeah, so is India versus Germany. Germany's I've seen Germany on this also. Um, just an FF is pretty strong here.
Yeah,
Um,
right. You're right.
I like the
It
new
has
map
that.
with all the orange marshes, if you will.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one is better. I guess both are close. Oh, the spawn is the four trading post one
Yeah,
in the
that's true.
middle. So maybe not particularly favor any of the, I guess. But trading post is always good for German. And it's
Yeah,
a wood start, right? Yeah, it's wood start.
it is a
So
wood
German would be
start.
happy. Let's check
Um,
the resource real quick.
I think it's fair enough. Favors King Onage perhaps a little bit more. But it's about as close as you're going to get on this map, I
Yeah,
think.
I feel like it's fine, and the mines is also wait.
The
It's a
hunts,
weird mine spawn.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you can't
Um,
spawn on top of the trading post or trade route, obviously. So there's one
yeah,
a little bit more in favor for Conquer on the far right side of the trade post, and then two middle mines spawned a little bit closer to King Onage. So I think that's about as fair as you're gonna get.
fine. I mean, India has like forward mine, so maybe expose a little bit, and it's German has a like back mine would be fine.
Yeah,
Good if it gets pressured.
yeah, that's true. But I think it's what matters more than that is who has map pressure. And
Yeah, and so it's the reverse one.
yeah, it is
Yeah, it
interesting
should
that
be
both
enough.
mines are kind of directly in a straight line towards the town
Yeah,
center.
that's what I saying. Like it's a little bit weird.
But yeah, um,
Yeah, both. It's for both, so I guess it's fine.
yeah. Looking at the decks, India has picked a deck. They have Wood Trickle. He has looks like a pretty standard deck. 10 Tiger
Standard.
Claws. I don't see 10 Tiger Claws very often, but I don't see it used that often, but I would see it in a lot of decks. Um,
Just in case, like you need like prolong H2, and you can send it to have some calf out.
yeah. Germany, on the other hand, has all of the wood and coin shipments for H2 and 3. Does not have any skirmisher ups. Does have the team cav attack card, which you don't always see. He
Mm-hmm.
also doesn't have the two settler wagons, so that's interesting.
It's a fairly normal deck, I would say.
Yeah, fairly normal. But there's definitely some things that are different in Age 2 than a lot of other German
Yeah.
decks I see at high level. Um, it's interesting for
Oh,
sure.
oh, the treasure. I believe it get nerfed. Oh, it's the two Jagger one. Like the four Jagger for 250 food is like nerfed to three Jagger for less food,
hmm
but it's a different one.
Conquer did get 160 coin treasure. That's really big. King Onage got 50
Mhm.
XP and 90 coin, 20 coin, and 40 coin. So it's actually pretty close. A little bit in favor of Conquer, perhaps, with that additional 100 food that just came in.
Yeah, that's will help him age up sooner.
Yeah, he's already up, and India's a tad bit behind.
Let's see what India is doing.
He's
Oh,
sending
4
4
bill
villagers.
moving
Yeah,
forward.
that's a whole lot.
Yeah, exactly. Did India scout the trading post? I mean, position of trading posts? I'm not
I
very
believe so.
sure.
He had an explorer over there at least, so I'm pretty sure he
Okay,
knows
great.
it's over there.
So maybe he's planning kill that trading post, do a semi or something like that.
Yeah, perhaps 3 villagers on the Agra.
Argar.
That's you don't see that very often, especially when it's
Yeah,
forward. If it's some
that
base, maybe, but yeah,
maybe he want a decent age up time.
yeah.
He's closing to get a shipment.
I
Yeah, he
suppose he's
get
trying to
one.
put pressure early. Um,
Oh yeah, that's also possible.
um, but 3 though, like you don't have any livestock, you don't have any trade posts, you don't have a way to get more XP outside of treasures, which you got 50 XP, but you're not gonna have a shipment when you hit age 2 at this rate. So,
But he did have one. I don't know. Maybe he has a lot of
he does
experience
have
from
one.
killing the Gradin.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Oh, also for the buff, yeah, the experience buff for India. Maybe this
There
helps.
was a EP experience buff for India. Interesting.
Yeah, should be 8% more to the 6% more for the
Okay,
penalty. Yeah,
interesting.
should be
So,
a good buff. Yeah,
yeah,
maybe I
he
change
will
the
actually
mana.
have a shipment, so I was obviously wrong there. That is interesting. Okay, so probably going to get some Sepoy out early would be my guess. Try to put pressure really early. Conqueror's already up, of course. Um,
Hmm.
Probably going to try to take down the trade post would be my guess, but we'll
Yeah,
see.
probably. But this Argor position like covers, I would say almost nothing.
It
Maybe
covers
this
the
mod.
trade post and the mine. Um,
Oh, trade post. Well, yeah, you're right.
It doesn't cover any additional hunts unless he herds some. So you're right on that. Obviously, there's not much wood around that either. But yeah, that's interesting. I think that's a good choice though. What it does do is there's a lot of hunts and mines on the left side of this map, the bottom left of this map. So
Hmm.
getting your FB edging towards that side a little bit does help you out a little bit in the as the game goes on. Um,
You're right. You're right. And as we see the classic Sepoy rush.
yep, that is 12. Let's look at military units. 12
12 to
Sepoy.
hero.
Yeah. Only a
But
stable from Germany. That is an
yeah,
interesting
German is
choice.
doing a fast fortress. A really
Yeah.
fast fortress.
I'm not sure I would have even built the stable.
Maybe a sneaky one in the corner.
A sneaky one, but I mean a barracks would have made a lot more sense, I think, if
Oh,
versus
of
India.
course. I
Um,
believe the 8 ball would be on the way.
Could be, yeah. No,
India is
it's not gonna be. He sent 2 settled wagons, 3 settled wagons, 700 coin. Um,
Oh yeah, he may
Conquer did
not
really
have a
good
ship.
taking his villagers out, but there was one settler wagon that was low HP, and he made sure that it wasn't even available for King Onage to snipe. And he puts it back in again. Well done.
Yeah, he put it in. It's a pretty well played.
Yeah.
Oh, he's getting a house for 4 settler wagons. Would be a really fast one.
Oh, it
Oh
does
no!
get a settler wagon. That was so close.
Yeah, that's sad for him. Yeah.
This is looking really good for India. Germany did just hit age 3. He's probably gonna send the skirmishers, I would guess.
But there's still 4 solar on the field.
Yeah, you're
so
right. I mean, war
check
wagons are
unit.
an option. They're fast enough to run away from the Sepoy.
Yeah, there's no unit in queue.
I'd
for-
probably go with war wagons. You're probably right. But he's
Thankfully, like-
focusing the Sepoy with his TC, or at least was. Yeah,
he is.
there's the war wagons. There we
Oh,
go.
that's a.
Yeah,
sad point.
he should have popped them on the
Yeah,
other side of the
he's
TC. You're
here
right.
then.
Yeah, further away from the sepoy, still in range of the Soars.
Yeah, and melee seaport did a good job here.
Yeah, you
Really
don't see
awesome.
you don't see a super fast rush from India these days, not on EP,
Yeah.
not at high level. It's usually a little bit more of an economic approach. So definitely a really good tactic here. Looks like the war wagons are both going to go down. They're both so low HP.
Yeah.
Is there... Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
killed by the monk.
And Conquer... Okay, so after all of that, we can look at the units lost. He lost 1 settler wagon, 1 villager. Of course, lost that shipment, if you will. But I don't know who I would rather be in this position. As Germany, you are age 3. You have the age advantage. You were idled a whole lot, which is really bad, obviously.
Yeah.
But you do have the potential to make something work now.
He still has a little bit hunt in the base. However, he's losing his pop space, so he needs a lot of wood to rebuild them.
Yeah, I think I like India's position a little bit more, but Germany being age 3 definitely has the ability to make something happen.
India now switched to eco. Maybe not. Maybe he's going for Hassa. Gardener.
Yeah, we'll see.
Export. Let's see what he allows. Auto. Yeah. Unit in queue. Is there any gardener? Yeah, gardener in queue.
Yeah, he's getting some Hussar out.
Yeah.
I think that's a good choice. You want to pressure your enemy. I mean, he's decently behind right now. I don't know. India, you could play this a couple different ways. They have such a good economy as the game goes on.
Yeah, exactly.
So they could sit back a little bit, but if you are, I don't know, going age 3 is also an option early.
The intervention, fight gardener.
Yeah.
Oh, the skirm! Oh no.
Oh, that was close.
That's out of position. Yeah, he's pulling back. Yeah, there's no war wagon on the field right now. There's 3 in queue. But if the gardener came in, he will probably lose a lot of skirm.
Yeah, the Ulan's just trying to stick around. If with only 3, I'm not that concerned.
Ulan definitely worse than the gardener. Look at the start.
Yeah, but they could block enough. Gardener's obviously very good stats, but it's only 3 gardeners, 3 Ulans.
The Sepoy and Gurkha is not come with the gardeners.
I don't know. I think Germany. Yeah, I think Germany doesn't know what India is doing at this moment. So he's thinking maybe India's trying to age up or go take an economic approach, and so he wants to put pressure if he is doing that. He doesn't. I don't think he's seen the Sepoy or the Gurkha yet. King Ona just kept them hidden, and he sees them now. He should probably no, he goes back in.
Huh. Yeah, he will go back. That's too scary. Imagine 10 Tiger Claw, you're just dead.
Yeah, that's true. Ulan's coming back in from the back. They're not going to pick up a villager, though. Good reaction time from King Onage. He does pick up 1 there.
Really? Oh, but being snared by the gardener.
Yeah.
Oh, he's losing gardener to those war wagon. Almost for free.
Such a small army from Germany. He's trying to make it work, though. Needs to back up. I'm surprised that India didn't push out there.
Yeah, Tiger Claws.
I'm pretty sure he saw the army of Germany and saw how big it was. Oh, there goes the Soar. That was trained from the stable.
Oh, Tiger Claws good with the Gurkha. Only 1 just slowed them entirely down.
Oh my. The Ulans come in from the back. That should do a lot. There's only 3, 4. Sepoy.
That's a big fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are doing pretty good here.
Honestly, King Onage did really well considering what was on the field. The Ulans are really good units. I mean, not really good. They're really good versus the army that King Onage has. Taking out the Tiger Claws. He does lose the Skirmishers. Yeah.
He would have like 7 skirm thanks to the experience, I believe.
Yeah.
He's not
Still
having
no
a
barracks from Germany. He's playing
yeah.
this really close. Threading the needle on that.
Well, yeah, but he has Rat Ulan did a field job against Tiger Claws, also with the Rat War Wagon.
Yeah. He does clean that up in the end, though.
Whoa, Rajput.
Rajput. Rajput are interesting. I saw them recently in a game. I forget who was playing, but he used them really well. It snared the enemy, and the enemy had a lot of, I think it was war wagons, or maybe it was dragoons. I think it was dragoons. And obviously, if he went Mahout, the dragoons would have countered the Mahout really well, but they don't counter the Rajput really well. So the Rajput allow you to snare the enemy without having a super strong counter per se.
Yeah, if he has those Rajput before, like those Gurkha going down, it would be a nice one.
Yeah.
However, now it's kind of not working well, I guess. Yeah, you look at military, it's even he is ahead in eco, the military is like German just rolling with like,
military unit population super in favor of Germany. He's also age ahead.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like so King. Yeah, it's gonna be losing villagers here. I think it should be called pretty soon. So in that game, as King Onage, if you're going to be building military units, I feel like you have to put pressure or at least engage the enemy at some point. The other option is to go. The other option is to go more of an economic approach or age up. In that game, we see King Onage getting most of this awards, if you will. The combat XP slightly in favor of Conqueror. Can look at the military unit population, very swinging. That one fight, I guess.
Yeah.
He just didn't have enough anti-cav versus Germany.
Probably, yeah. The Knight Ulan and Tech did a lot. And the Ulan in H2 did some good raid. Like,
he had 4 Sepoy in that fight, and no Zambrak, obviously.
Yeah, you're right.
Man, look how long Conqueror was idled. That's crazy. Basically, from 6 minutes until 9 minutes, he was idled. Yeah. That's crazy.
But the town center did a fair job to kill those sepoy. 2 shots and.
Yeah, the town center did pretty good. Yeah. But at the same time, India took down a lot of buildings.
That's weird. I guess it's not enough damage, maybe.
I don't know. It felt like it was enough, but I don't know. Obviously, how the rest of that game played out didn't favor King Onage.
Yeah, right. Maybe 700 coin follow up may favor India here. Yep.
Yeah, I think he could have. I don't know. He had army, yet he was very, maybe not scared is the right word, but very cautious to approach Conqueror's army there.
Yeah, that's right.
And I don't know why he would expect that. He wasn't like stopping making units, and the opponent you could send shipments, of course, but was significantly behind on economy. So I don't know that I would have been that scared.
Well, Germany, when they hit fortress, they just had like those big shipment, like 7, 8 turn.
Yeah.
Those are strong as always.
That is game number 3 going to Conqueror.
Conqueror has a good day today.
Yeah, he's playing really well. This map is Winmala. It looks like Conqueror is going for Portuguese. On the other hand, King Onage, it is a Civ reset. So he is going to be going Germany. Yeah, they already know.
Oh, you typed that?
Yeah. Right. I didn't type it, but Conqueror's already picked. And I believe King Onage has locked in. Yeah. All right, so. Civilizations have been picked.
Oh, the record. Yeah.
Yeah, looking good. Yeah, you
Yes,
can record
this
the game
is
now.
a nice port map, I would say.
Yeah, I am not sure. I haven't seen every single game, but every single game I've seen Aztecs play on this map, I believe they've won. I actually I think maybe one was lost, but Aztecs is a very solid pick on this map.
Right,
The
you're
it seems to do really really well, just kind of starving the enemy of natural resources. If they run out of their second, sometimes third hunt, you're kind
Oh
of
yeah.
you don't have any option after that, pretty much.
And at this time, like the Aztec just have like good military behind, and it do a desperate push and being pushed back, and then just over.
Yeah, Aztec Age 2 army is pretty potent.
Yeah,
So
pretty strong, especially with the two warhead,
yeah.
and which got nerfed this time.
Yeah. I will be right back real quick. I'm going to get some water.
Sure.
1 second.
Yeah, go ahead.
I am back. All right,
Okay, great.
so let's get into it. This
Yeah,
is
let's
game
go.
number 4 between Conqueror and King Onage. Jailed casting with XYH co-casting. The map is Wadmala. Conqueror's up 3-0. We'll see if King Onage can take a game off of him. This is Portuguese versus Germany.
German.
Yeah, go ahead and take a
Yeah.
look at the map and tell me what you think of it, and with the players' possible different build orders that might be going on.
Yeah, I would guess port would definitely going like and like schooners and like just get water boomed. Well, German, I'm not pretty sure. I'm not a good German player, I guess. Maybe he will take the trading post line and doing some push in the H3. That's my guessing. And look at this map. We have like lots of fish and enough wells. There are 7 wells on this map, so it's a good water map for port. And port can maybe put a town center near the water down, and also boom behind with water. And
Yeah,
there's also a starting canoe. Conquer just fastly use it for on fishing, while King is trying to get some treasure, I guess.
yeah, getting a little bit of map vision.
Yeah, maybe a scouting. Yeah, you're right.
He's. Oh wait, did he get? Did he pick up a villager? I think he picked up a villager. Yeah, I picked up a villager. He's gonna pick up those cows right away. That's
Wow.
interesting. Nice choice there. Oh,
Yeah,
he's
that's
gonna
interesting.
eat the
Yeah,
cows ASAP.
he will have some
Okay.
food. Yeah,
One
sweet.
cow eating. So that's actually a lot of resources that are gonna be unused on that cow.
You're right. I mean, it can speed up his age up, and there's 3 cow a total in total for each island. So if you can send a Veil eats, well, whoa, he's even sending the
The
explorer.
explorer, yeah, getting to the 70 food. That's okay.
Oh, 70 food. Yeah, you're
Um,
right.
I'm not entirely sure. I haven't done the math. I'm sure King Onage has, but sending a villager over to kill the cows right away when they only have whatever it is, 80 food or something, um, instead of just gathering from hunts, I'm not sure that that's best. I mean, perhaps get your explorer over there, pick up the cows, and then bring it back to your
Yeah, you're
TC.
right. I just want to mention this way, but I guess sending a Veil is fair.
I mean,
Well,
it's good to have vills on the island,
Yeah, but
because you know,
maybe he's not the one being pushed, rather the pushing. So
yeah,
maybe he playing some like aggressive H2 against ports, maybe
yeah,
deny the second town center.
yeah.
I
Picking up
mean,
the cows is really good. I'm pretty sure the cows can go in the canoe. Am I wrong on
yeah,
that?
it could, it
Okay,
should be.
okay. So I don't know. I think I would have just sent the explorer over, picked that up, brought the cows back if he wanted to eat them right away at least. But
Well,
we'll
now
see.
Conquer is working on Hass's computer. That's a nice treasure. I love it.
Yeah, I like the name of it.
Yeah, schooner coming
It
in
is on
for
his
port.
side, so if it spawned in the middle of the map, the opponent, after you kill the treasure guardians and pick up the treasure, you have to pick up that 100 wood crates.
Yeah.
So if it's in the middle of the map, then it's kind of not necessarily worth it. But since it's on his side, that's a nice pickup.
Yeah, it will favor him a little bit. Yeah, for sure.
130 wood treasure though in the middle of the map. We'll see. We'll see if that's picked up. Looking at the map, King Onage has, I think, scouted or knows his map a little bit more at least.
Yes.
King Onage is halfway to. Both of them are up to age 2.
Yeah, type speed.
We have a wall coming up from Portuguese. Kind of
That's
walling his whole
expected.
side over there.
Yeah, that's a complete war.
Yeah.
Will shut down everything coming base.
So,
Yeah.
looking at the decks, he is indeed going
Whoa,
water.
putting 3 veils to pick up the wood.
Yeah, I'm not
First?
sure it's in 3 vills.
Just
So-
sending the warning veil or another veil.
I at first he was sending. I saw 3 going over there, and I thought maybe he was gonna wall with a couple of them.
Alright,
But
yeah, that's a little bit overkill.
yeah, perhaps, yeah.
And let's see, town center. Oh, that's a really defensive.
Yeah, it is. Interesting.
schooner.
He does have the Colonial Militia card. I
Yeah.
perhaps would have put the town center a little bit
Whoa,
closer to the
this is a
shore.
really, I would say, Kanisi deck.
Kinesi deck.
Oh, at least he has 8 bows, you know.
Right. I'm updating the score now, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah. Interesting. On the other hand, I think this
German is a
might be the
pure
same deck we
land
saw from
deck.
King
Oh,
Onage. Yeah, pure land.
that's a problem.
He did
Or
up with. He has 2 trade posts, and he has hunting dogs along with placer mines. On the other hand, Portuguese has hunting dogs and gang saw. Has a couple fishing boats out. He is behind on villager population because Germany has the amazing 2 settler wagons and 3 settler wagon shipments.
Yeah.
But
Oh, the
he should
Ulan
catch up
didn't
shortly.
catch the explorer for building the trading post.
Ah,
Maybe the stagecoach maybe a little bit delayed for Germany.
yeah, yeah.
Also, ports. I think port is in a good spot here.
50 wood picked up by Germany at this point in the game. I mean, it doesn't matter as much, but it's
Yeah,
nice that
not
he's using
really.
his explorer and gets, wood. You're never gonna be unhappy about getting wood. There's 130 wood treasure here that it looks like he may be going for.
Yeah. Maybe he will research the steel traps with this wood. Oh,
Yeah,
He banked 200 wood if he get this treasure.
yeah,
So
that's really
maybe-
big. He does ship 700 wood.
Alright. Yeah, I see.
Canoe
Yeah.
is going out, kind of scouting to see what the opponent is doing, and I mean,
You would expect port doing
Right.
water,
perhaps he's just thinking if he can pick off some.
especially with this deck, you know.
That'd be really interesting if you put like a unit in there and went over to the opponent's side, picked up the cows, and then brought them all the way back.
Oh yeah, you're right. Not really. Yeah,
We
that's a
see-
good point.
we see
He can
rendering
steal
plant-
opponent's crops.
Yeah, it is a possibility. Not, I don't know. People haven't been using the cows very often, from what I've seen. So,
Yeah. True.
he is bringing over to the other side though. Maybe he's just gonna. Oh, is he
Yeah,
gonna
maybe
actually
bring
do it?
Ulan.
Yeah, he is gonna do it.
I believe
That's
those
great.
are for raiding, but
It could
maybe
be.
you're right.
No, he's going
Yeah,
for the
you're right.
island.
That's an interesting strat.
Yeah. All right. So
Like the
yes,
words, oh Jesus, he just pumping out fishing boats and just
yeah.
random farms.
42 recalculated economic unit population to 29. Germany still isn't even aging up. I I'm not sure what he's doing here. Okay, he's sending 700 coin. He is aging up now, but
Yeah,
that's
he was.
late. That's really late, isn't it? I mean, he pumped
Ah,
out a lot of Ulan. As soon as I see the walls, I wouldn't have built any more Ulan. Perhaps if you're trying to get them, you can get them in around the wall if you use your canoe smartly. But I don't know. You can
I
also,
feel like he's not good at dealing water or something.
they are also
Jim-
EP walls, so they
Ah,
can go down pretty quickly. So there's that.
that's
Um,
right. Oh, maybe he can pick up the town center wagon. Oh, another layer of wall coming up.
the Ports isn't aging up yet, although should be in just a moment. Both
Well,
players
yeah, he
aging up
is.
in just a moment. Ports is just so far ahead at this point. I don't know what chance he's walling behind. If he has a caravel there, I'm not sure that's
Yeah,
walled enough.
if he has two valves just for disruption, would
Yeah,
be very good. He's
yeah.
not picking this out as well.
I was thinking maybe it could go through. Apparently not.
Yeah, maybe
Around that
not.
side. Okay, yeah, they're gonna
Uh,
get in.
yeah, they get it.
Some
That's
pikes
some
come
good
out.
idle.
They're
Yeah,
not gonna want to stay in. That's for sure. TC fire and the pikes out. On the other hand, the two Ulans are sieging down the wall on the opposite side. Okay, so he ages up fast, I believe. Gets the both players do. Gets the third TC wagon out. I'm wondering if he's gonna go Colonial Militia card.
this town center is rather a little bit defensive, so
Yeah, extremely
the
defensive.
push definitely did some work. He's still pushing. However, if Port get out some goons or more pikes, let's
Yeah,
see. Port didn't have goons in the deck. Yeah, he's sending clone ammunition,
yeah.
which will. Um, let's see if there's any like dop switch or yeah, he did put a forward artillery foundry. Oh, I saw that that's what. All right, maybe Peter, but didn't work. Let's check unit in queue.
Petard could be an option for sure. He would need a
But
lot
just
though.
Miniman will shut down those Peter and just 3 times
Yeah,
center
that's
losing
true.
one.
Yeah,
Devastating.
you're right.
Even adding half helps.
Yeah.
For
I mean,
the
you see that
main
many
stage.
Ulan, it's a good choice too.
Yeah, Falconate. Yeah,
He hasn't
it's a
repaired the
good
wall
call.
though. On the left or the
Oh
right.
yeah, maybe he will.
Maybe he wants the opponent's Ulans to run in, but with the war
What?
wagons
Oh, maybe
behind,
a trap. Maybe.
yeah,
Yeah,
maybe a
that's
trap. Yeah.
possible.
He does have the cannons behind. War wagons and falconets are pretty decent, but he's just so far behind at this point. I mean, Portuguese economy is literally twice as strong as Germany's. I don't,
Yeah.
I
If you
don't
count
know.
the trading post,
Yeah, okay, so it's not
yeah,
quite
he
twice as
is
strong,
far
but still,
behind.
that is insanely far ahead.
Yeah,
Um,
and those fishing boats has both upgrade from when running plane and long line, like
yeah,
including net. Just
yeah.
German sending 6 skirm. I mean 8 skirm. That's pretty nice, but it doesn't
It's not
work
enough.
here.
Yeah. The falconets come out, do snipe a villager. Gonna deny that
I
wall
would
from
say
going
like
up.
just put 10 in the town center and it will deal with the Falk.
Could be. Yeah, they don't take down Falcons super fast, but it might be enough.
Hmm.
We have double stable in the back from Portuguese. I'll
Yes,
see what he
maybe
does with
he's
that.
coming. Not still no goons in queue, but it may researching the vet Ulan. That's a good call. Pikes and oh, the militia is just shoot with the Falk. Yeah, because you can't get away. Those help did some fear damage. And where's the Skirm? Skirm is idle?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The Falconets do go down though. The Falconets are down, so short of making more Falconets, he's not going to be able to push in. We're not with the Colonial Militia TC fire. So
Yeah.
the important units went down at least.
Yeah, that's a fine trade for German, but he's so behind in eco.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's a fine trade, but it's not enough.
yeah, you're right.
He does have the whole map, kind of. Wow,
But
even a Portuguese dock going down on the little island of Germany. So
how many more Veil? Yeah, I'm not aware of it. Maybe he sneak a Veil in fishing boat or something.
I wonder if I was playing Germany, 3 more Falconets coming out from Germany. That's a good choice. TC was repaired though.
Castador will be taken down by 12. Oh, nicely put back.
Yeah, that was a nice pull.
Yeah, those Town Center just did a lot of damage to the Falk. You can see like how the Falk is being racked.
There comes more Colonial Militia.
Second, yeah. This is just...
Colonial Militia is such a cheap unit to start with. It's just... I don't know.
Yeah,
He's defending well with it, but like... I think, honestly, at this point, Conqueror should know that he's super far ahead economically. Just pump out enough units so you're not pressured at home and then you win the game. Like...
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, port will soon run out of the trees. Oh, there's still a few.
Yeah, there's trees on the right.
Maybe he can buy it.
It takes down 1 Falconet.
Yes, 2 actually.
Well, yeah, 2, but takes down another one.
War
Wagons and Falconets is a really good combination.
Yeah, maybe you can hide your Falk behind the War Wagon.
Yeah, that's true. The War Wagons...
This position in base is really...
Dragoon combat comes in, so it's looking like he's going to be going a lot of Dragoons. He also has a Culverin out, so that's really nice.
Culverin will deal with the Falk nicely. Yeah, if the port gets out the Falconet, Culverin a little bit, just will deny everything Germany is doing.
I wonder if Germany was not able to actually put the cows on the canoe because he left the cows on the island and didn't ever take them back.
Yeah, I guess probably.
It's something I've never tried myself.
Shift click bugs or something.
Yeah, it could be something like that too. You're right.
Oh,
Culverin gets a shot off on the Falconets.
Yeah,
the War Wagons need to go up and snipe that real quick.
Yeah, War Wagon, but Culverin is like have more HP than the Falk. Pretty tanky.
280 compared to 200.
Yep.
Pretty good though.
Oh, more and more militia. Jesus.
Yeah, and Castador. Conqueror definitely has the advantage in this game. He just needs to transition it, and he's starting to do that. He's getting a good goon mass out. Yeah.
Just really tough for the...
War Wagons are just so strong. Look at the stats of them. It is 500 HP, 42 attack. On the other hand, with Dragoon combat already in, it's 280 HP, 30 attack. Granted, they do have 20% range resist, but and the War Wagons only have melee resist. But still, that's...
War Wagon is a decent unit, I would say.
Yeah, I like them quite a bit. A lot of people don't like them, especially in goon-to-goon matchups, and I understand. They're expensive, 150 food, 150 coin compared to 90 food, 90 coin. But I think they're pretty decent, actually.
Oh, even Ransom the Explorer, maybe for the...
Nice. Can go out.
Doing his own help. Yeah. German play pretty well, but if he like a little bit worship.
I think perhaps Portuguese deck didn't have enough H3 shipments.
Yeah, you're
He just sent whale oil, which means you're kind of running out of shipments to send.
Yeah, he's running out of the, I will say, fish. However, well, are 7 whales.
4 organs coming out. That's huge. The culverin
why.
is dead too. Definitely going to be pushed back from this. This is such a compact base. This is crazy.
Yeah, you're right. That's a lot of buildings.
Yeah.
Maybe German can did the like revolve with those like mortars. I'm not sure. Maybe pushing.
That's a half decent idea. I mean, at this point, you just need to do anything that's going to give you an advantage. Of course, he does have the trade post, but he's still super far behind. Yeah.
Well, at least the fishes start to run out, so
yeah.
port needs some food income.
There's
he's shipping the whales onto the island. If German can get that, maybe would help.
Yeah, he shipped them onto the island, but he sent them to the wood. So he just needed enough wood, I guess. What does he need wood for at this point? I guess more houses and organs, but yeah, that's 2 culverins out. It's a good choice to go culverins here. If you don't, then you.
Nice pick up 1 organ.
Yeah, good
Actually, covering can one-shoot organ.
But they're gonna be picked off by the goons.
Yeah, the war wagon is coming. Covering. It's good to make a priest or something too.
And the Mamluks come out. They should pick up the cannons here.
Yeah, they will. That's a free pickup.
Yeah, that was a nice pop there.
Yeah, and nice split, picking up every artillery.
Yeah, without losing a single Mamluk or not even much HP on them yet. Sending sending villagers forward, trying to take soak up damage.
Yeah, maybe really.
Mamluks have so much HP, it's crazy.
Of course, and also have the arsenal upgrade.
Yeah. That's he got the arsenal upgrade just for the Mamluks. Granted, he has a lot of coin coming in from all the whales and whatnot.
Yeah, maybe he can switch to mercs.
That's a good point. I don't see a saloon out, but that would be a decent option for sure.
But I mean, German did a good job here.
He builds a mill way out on the front of his base.
That's so exposed.
It is very exposed.
He could build a mill on the island, I would say.
Yeah, that's true. That would be a lot safer. And there's also berry bushes there, obviously.
German driving down the town center in the middle. That's not a bad idea, but also maybe a little bit exposed if get pushed.
Alright, I wonder what you think of this. Would you have tried to put the TCs to cover whales?
Oh, that's a fair point, I would say. But is that in range?
The bottom left one, I think, at least where the fishing boats are currently positioned, it probably would work. And then Germany does have a dock out on the right. That's interesting. I wonder what he's gonna. He hasn't built a trade post yet, so just caravels probably gonna come out from that.
Yeah, I see.
That's very late though. I mean, the boom from ports is more than paid off itself for the cost of those fishing boats. We have ports pushing out here, 3 organs, 2 culverins, lots of goons.
Yeah, that's a decent composition. Organ gun.
TC's on the hunts and whatnot. He never picked up that 130 wood. That's an interesting choice. I thought he would have picked that up earlier.
Maybe he's too busy to do that. Yeah, maybe German could mass more war wagon than did being fine here.
Honestly, it's interesting. Neither player has gone for a heavy Skur mass and culverin mass. If you do that with just enough ranged cav, I feel like it would beat any beat the composition that the other player is going at the moment.
Well, I guess the artillery. Oh, he's aging. Huh.
Wait, who's aging?
That's
oh no, King Onage aged up. Yeah, that is interesting. I guess he was he out of shipments? No, he definitely was not out of shipments. Maybe really wants the heavy
he has
cannon.
been playing maybe a real. Oh. Yeah, it doesn't help.
Yeah.
German militia maybe do fine.
I wonder if an extra 10 war wagons would have decided that fight instead of aging up.
Yeah, and port push out at the correct time, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of over. Mortar, is it? No, it's a caravan. And yeah, worship come back. Improve worship. And Ford is researching both worship upgrade at the same time, as well as the improve worship card. This is too harsh.
Too harsh, yep.
And he could probably age behind, though he's not doing so.
No, not yet. I mean, it's kind of over at this point. I don't know what Germany could possibly do. Economy, yeah, okay, GG.
GG.
I think perhaps King Onage shouldn't be making quite as many Ulans age 2 as soon as he sees the opponent focusing on aging up and whatnot. And especially with walls there, you're not going to do a whole lot with Ulans.
Like if you did nothing against water, like it won't work.
Yeah, no, I agree, but Ulans aren't the answer. I would probably try to do his faster FF and getting units out faster.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe if he can get that trading post, deny the port getting the trading post, he maybe could not making those Ulan just push there.
These statistics are so lopsided. You see the military unit population from Germany, and like, dang, he's got the game in his hands, and then you go over to the villager population, like, whoa, how could Portuguese ever lose this? Alright, yeah, look at the combat XP for you guys real quick. Slightly in favor of Conqueror, but King Onage did pretty well. Considering
he tried pretty hard.
Yeah, he tried very hard, yeah. He tried really hard there.
Maybe it may work, yeah, wow. It's a huge drop from like the 11 minute. I guess it's the Falk and I'm not sure.
Yeah, what happened there? 72 population. He lost Ulans. He lost a lot of Ulans there.
Yeah, a lot.
And that made a big difference. All right, so that is game number 4. Concludes game number 4. 4 up for Conquer. And yeah, we're gonna get into the next game very shortly. This is Jailed Casting with XYH co-casting.
All right, sorry, I get too early. We will get the last map, which is Owa. Well, it's a nice map, I will say.
Iowa. Yeah, Iowa's a really nice map. Very, very open. The thumbnail isn't updated. There's no lakes, so it's extremely open.
Global warming.
The natives are the Inca and Lakota. Very good natives. Lakota. Very good improvements from them.
Yeah, exactly.
So something I've seen some players do recently is use the card, I believe it's called Native Lore, where the improvements from the natives don't cost any coin.
Oh, wow.
And it actually is half decent. You can send it in age 2. If you get all of the upgrades, all of the useful ones, it's somewhere around 1,000 coin, maybe 1,300 coins saved.
Huh.
So it's pretty nice, but you don't usually get them all at once. So
didn't realize that.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Aztecs locked here. King Onage just looking to I would guess he's going to do the double war hut spam, but there's a lot of options available.
Yeah, you can did take some pressure to the opponent's base because the third hunt is a bit far. So if he can lock down those hunts, maybe he can start the opponent.
Yeah.
Let's see what the plan of Conquer.
Yeah, I've seen. So one really common strategy that has been taking place a lot recently is doing double war huts. You send three
Hmm.
vels into 700 wood into 600 wood, and you just apply so much pressure so early.
Yes.
So it's really I would say the most common Aztec build at the moment, at least. There's
Hmm.
obviously a lot of other options. You can dance for 10 warrior priests ASAP. You
Or
can,
take the trading post line.
yeah, you can take the trade post line. There's a lot of options available. But yeah, yeah, there's something that you can do on this map is deny your opponents natural resources. So deny them hunts, maybe even
Yeah.
some mines.
Yeah.
Um,
There's only the 1.5k coin in base. The team, I will
yeah,
say.
yeah, I believe it is 10 mines. So Aztecs versus Germany.
Germany.
Um,
All right.
I expect an FF from Germany here. Um,
Probably.
yeah.
Maybe a
Y-
sneaky like 15 Puma who would kill the town center.
Yeah, it could be. All in rush
Yeah.
with Puma.
I just kidding. It won't be that so high
No,
level play.
yeah, you never really see that at high level play. Although the India game earlier, you never know. You never really see 10-10. I don't believe it was a 10-10. He was gathering
It's
some wood, but
14. Yeah, I believe 14. Yeah, Tencent may work, I would say. Cause no, not really.
nah, I don't. I wouldn't expect it to work. But I'm just saying, you know, King Onage has to pull something out of his hat, something really unique, something that is going to catch his opponent off.
Check the hunt real quick. It's yeah, it's a fierce spoon.
Yeah, looking good. Looking at the logos are updated. Mines, there's an no.
Hmm.
The mines are are good.
Yeah, yeah, mine's a fine.
There is the third hunt for Conquer is really close. I don't see a third one for um.
I guess it's fine. Their certain fund are both near the
Are they? Okay.
third mine.
Are you ready? Yes. Yes.
Right.
All right.
Yep.
Man, the looking at the mini map, I didn't see the couple bison like right by the bottom of
Yeah.
Greenstown Center.
Yeah,
That
I
threw
can
me off.
understand that. Yeah, the starting few bison hunt.
Yeah.
Looks like it's a wood start and German just instantly dropped down the trading post. Is that the first pass? We'll say not.
Um,
Probably.
the he's getting a pass pretty soon here. It's
Yeah, that's
almost
right. Yes,
that's
but maybe safer.
yeah,
He's
it's
swerving.
safer. He could have gone to the other side, but perhaps he was expecting King Onage to go to this side.
Yeah,
Perhaps.
maybe. Yeah,
You
probably.
don't usually see Aztecs building a trade post, but you know,
Maybe he will catch your hero. Whoa, it's 100 food. It's a really good, I mean, age one for
yeah,
German.
that's really good for age one. Also, and perhaps building that trade post over there, you Aztecs would expect it to be on the left side. So maybe he's going to go over there first, perhaps scouting it, throwing units over there before before he realizes it's on the other side. It's a possibility. Mind games are always a thing in these strategic
Yeah,
games and
you're
very interesting to pay attention
right.
to.
Aztec also getting some fear treasure.
Yep,
Like
70 food, not bad at all. Looking at the um,
and 80
treasures
food as
picked
well.
up. Yeah, 80 food and 70 food picked up by King
That's a
Onage.
lot of
That's really
food treasure
nice.
here.
Yeah.
German is also gonna pick up 75 wood. No treasure.
Are all the treasures food on this? Whoa!
That's pretty
What's?
funny.
Okay, there's one,
Fear.
two, uh, dude, wait, are all the? I mean, there's obviously the beaver pelts. I think every single resource treasure on this map was food. I don't
Yeah,
think I,
that's pretty
besides the
hilarious.
beaver pelts. Yeah, that's crazy. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
who does that benefit more though? I think it probably benefits Germany more.
Yeah, he can
Uh,
like faster the speed. I mean, age.
Yeah, I mean,
And
theoretically, if Aztecs was going for a super fast push, it could be all right for them too.
another food
But
treasure.
yeah, all of the food treasures on this map were, or all of the resource treasures on this map were food, except for the starting
Yeah,
beaver pelts.
yeah, tickles.
Yeah.
Aztecs maybe have the 3 trading post Trevor in the deck.
Yeah, we can look at the decks real quick. He does have ATP. He also has the 3 trading post Travois. Yeah.
Yeah, ADP could also work here. I mean, you take the native trading post.
Yeah, ATP is pretty common. Are pretty definitely a viable strategy on this map. You're
Yeah,
even on AP the trade posts, the native trade posts even provide a little bit of an XP income. So there is 7 trade posts on this map, and getting all of them is crazy good for your economy.
yeah, and however, seem like Aztec is not sending his shipment.
Yeah, well, he
So,
sent 3 villagers. He's saving his second one for
oh yeah, I
H2.
mean the second ship. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we would probably expect some standard build.
Yeah,
Let's
probably.
do the market
He's
pack.
aging up. It looks like he's probably aging up with the 2 Warhut Travois.
Yeah,
Hard to
he
say for
is.
sure.
German getting the Gensel. Maybe play some rack starts like crossbow to defend, or maybe just
Yeah,
let's see.
I don't think I would
Trevor.
go stable here. I'd probably go barracks. Okay, yeah, there's barracks. Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, it is indeed the Warhut Travois. So going forward.
Going forward.
Germany.
Pretty.
So just double check. I mean, obviously you can FF with a deck even if there's a lot of H2 cards in it.
Yeah. He probably defending to first and try find a way to age.
I'm curious if he's going to go 3 settler wagons and then 700 coin or just 700 coin. He does see the war huts coming out from Aztecs, so
Yes.
I think probably 700 coin would be safer. He sends 3 settler wagons. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not a
No,
bad choice either. Usually you can
Yeah, of course.
get to age 3 before
Oh, the Ulan's
doesn't.
coming, but maybe not.
Why did the
enough.
Ulan? Oh, he's trying to pull the Explorer away?
Yeah, good play.
He could have. I mean, the war huts weren't up yet, though. He could have done a lot of damage to them, or even. I don't know. That's interesting.
Ulan, maybe they're too. He's afraid getting maybe caught. Those Ulan can do some nice raid.
We see Germany not aging up. He is not going for FF. He's
Oh,
getting
wow.
bows
He's
and
pretty-
pikemen out.
Aggressive play by German.
Yeah, it's definitely some H2 timing push.
Yeah, but scouted by Aztec.
Well, as soon as it comes, as soon as it's on top, there's a decent amount. So Aztec sent 3 Vels 700 with 6 Pumas.
Yeah, 6 Puma.
I think he
maybe
probably sent the
20
Pumas, yeah, for the trade post. Probably gonna try to take down the trade post, but yeah.
Oh, even calling the
Maces popped. He needs the Ulans down for the Maces to be pretty effective. That's a lot of crossbow, and the Minuteman was called also from Germany. So this isn't not all in, but it's very. He's relying on this to do a lot, for sure.
Yes. But 2 Warhead will still did some good damage here.
Yeah, for sure. If he's able to take the Warhuts down, though, I mean, at the very start, this is throwing Aztecs off of the 2 Warhut standard build. So.
8 Pumas. Pop.
Why pop? I guess because he had the resources.
Wait, not.
If
he can pop Puma and the Kyoto at the same time, it will maybe do some good damage. But no. However, there's not a lot of bows. Maybe Puma. Puma is definitely better than Pikes.
Yeah, Puma are definitely better than Pikes. Look at the stats: 135 HP, 12 attack. On the other hand, it is 120 HP, 8 attack.
Mace pop.
I mean, he is fighting under double war huts. That one war
Yeah.
hut is at 217 HP. That's pretty low. That's 90% dead. Only 10% life left. It looks like Germany's doing pretty decent here.
Yeah, killing the first warhead. Probably
Yeah.
the second. Wow.
I was not expecting this from Germany. It's working out really well, though. I'm pretty sure King Onage was not expecting it either. Shipping the Pumas, probably to take out that trade post.
And Mace, the final bowl,
Yeah.
if he can held this, but yeah, maybe he can.
Yeah, getting the Coyotes out.
However,
He- Both war huts are taken out. Okay, is he going to do an Age 3 behind this? 700 coin was just sent. He does have a stable, so he could stay Age 2, but, I mean, I don't know. At this point, I would probably go Age 3, probably try to, because you put your opponent so far behind. They're going to have to rebuild war huts, very expensive, 250 wood. In Age 3, Germany just has so much to offer. We'll see what he tries to do, though.
Yeah, I believe he would, but he is still queuing more units right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Aztec has no warhead up yet.
No, he does not.
He is right now putting. Oh, that's risky, I would say.
That is risky. He does have the army, like he...
Yeah, he's protecting it.
Yeah, I think it'll go up just fine.
He need those warhead to control the hunt.
Yeah,
He's running low in base.
yeah. If you put it back in your base, you're kind of like you're giving up a lot of natural resources. But that war hut is gonna go down soon. It looks like. Yeah, it looks like Conquer definitely choosing the right choice to not age up and just build a bunch of units instead. Looking at the economy, has a significantly larger economy population.
Yeah, this warhead will not.
Conquer, excellent play, man.
Wow.
Not what I expected all the time, but you're obviously a lot better player than I am, and you're just proving your worth there. That is unexpected. A lot of times unexpected plays, though, are very effective. Yeah, so well played.
It depends on scouting, yeah, but yeah, well played by Conquer.
I can't update it to 5. Okay, well,
yeah, that's fine because
everyone knows it's 5 at this time, but
it's a 5-0. It's a little bit surprising.
Why is it? There we go. Yeah, it's 5-0 from Conquer. Well played by him. Amazing games.
Yeah.
He just, I think he kind of out mind gamed King Onage in almost every situation. I think King Onage was a little bit on the back foot, a little bit feeling down, perhaps pressured after losing a couple games, and then I think it affected his gameplay a little bit.
It would be rather stressful, like not in the best spot, and it's hard to come back.
If you're 3-0 down in a series of 5 games, I would be under a lot of pressure and just I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, like the fourth game is really tough one, like pushing the water. Yep.
Yeah. Good games. Excellent games. Conquer wins or goes 5-0 against King Onage. Well played by both players. Conquer just doing another level of gameplay though. That was amazing. This has been Jailed Casting, XYH Co-Casting. Thanks so much for joining, guys. We appreciate you guys a lot.